All right, welcome. Hello, everybody. Just want to check, make sure everybody can hear us okay. I know that there is a delay because I can literally see it right now. So let us know if you can hear us okay. Also, as I mentioned during the last show, YouTube plays ads now, so that'll put delay in it as well. But we'll get through it. We'll be patient with everybody and kind of understand what else is going on and that there's a delay. I know as of right now there is a 20-second delay between when I speak and when you get it. So
Droop thinks you look good tonight.
Oh, well, he's probably talking about you. You look better than me. Well, one of you do. See? Oh, goodness. All right, so we got a couple people on. If you haven't yet, go ahead and say hi in the chat so that we know all who's here. What are we going to be talking about today? We're going to be talking about what's been going on here at the channel. Of course, we always do that, and then rally news, upcoming events, that sort of thing. And we're going to highlight some of the motorcycle rides around Daytona because Biketoberfest is coming up, and also Panama City Beach because Thunder Beach is coming up. So we'll be talking about those things. And then, of course, our conversation for today is Harley-Davidson has a recall going on. So we'll end up talking about that as well. So that's what's going to be going on. Let's see here. So let's kick it off with what's been going on here at the channel. All of the Harley Homecoming episodes are up. The entire series is up now. So that is live, and you can watch that at your leisure. These are the thumbnails of the episodes right now. And then also, Don't Die Riding Your Motorcycle is up as well. And this one has been very popular. Thank you to everyone who has commented and given feedback on this in the comment section. We are going to be doing a part 2, which will give more defensive tips, but it'll also address some of the things that people are putting into the comments. But I have a lot of other episodes that are in queue in the editing suite kind of before that. So be patient for the part 2 defensive driving thing because it's going to be coming. What rallies are coming up? What episodes do we have coming up? What are those? We have the Smokeout series that's coming. Droop, I know you were there for that. You're going to be
featured.
You'll be featured on, and Tiger is as well. And then we did Smoky Mountain Bike Week. Yes, we went right after the hurricane went through, or tropical storm at that point, went through Atlanta.
The day of.
Yep. And then the TWO swap meet, there's an episode for that. Then we'll get to the defensive driving number 2. So, yeah, with the hurricane, or tropical storm, the rain hit Droop, it looks like.
Yeah.
So you've been out without power this whole time?
7 days.
Now, old biker dude, who you may remember I featured in the Maggie Valley series that we just did, he says he's up in Nashville now. I don't know if he went up there to see what happened, because he doesn't live up there. But he said it's worse than people are even saying in the media. I know because we were up at Smoky Mountain, the Smoky Mountain Harley-Davidson, for the bike week. We know that it was bad because when we were driving around to all the different dealerships, and I-40 was shut down, where you could not get into that section of North Carolina at all, from either direction, my understanding is. And I think there was a city that was almost completely underwater, Newton, something, I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, bad stuff. Now, Drew, tell me again where you are.
Oh, I have it in here.
Yes, we got video of Tiger, but not doing a striptease.
Virginia.
Virginia, okay.
We still have a lot of people without power. Main roads closed due to being non-existent anymore.
Oh, wow.
That's very closed.
Yeah.
Like submerged underwater.
Now, I believe you live off a gravel road or something, don't you? Because rain can really mess that up. I don't know if you're okay as far as that goes. But
did you have any damage besides power being out?
Yeah, and the roadways.
Well, I mean, like to his home.
Yeah. Hey, Tiger.
Hey, Tiger. Tiger, apparently we missed out on getting a striptease on video. So I'm going to need you to send in a video that we can put up of you stripteasing. Okay, so Droop's in Virginia, but he's right on the North Carolina border, very close to Bristol, Tennessee, and West Virginia.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, we were up there in the Knoxville area of Tennessee for Smoky Mountain Bike Week, the first weekend. It's still going on now. And so we we were able to see some of it, and it rained on us. It rained like Seattle rained the whole time we were up there. But we missed the bulk of it. A lot of people kept wondering about Atlanta. For the most part, it went to the east of us. We had some wind, we had some rain, but not near like anybody else, it seems like, did. I think we got away pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was only, in our area, there was one big tree down in the middle of the road. Other than that, we didn't have anything big. But literally, it's so isolated because even though this thing was huge, some areas were just devastated, and then some were just barely touched. It's just so selective.
Yeah. So, Tiger, Droop says you're in an area that was hit too. Are you doing okay, or is your property good? Or
obviously, you're still typing.
Droop was out of power. Were you out of power? But yeah, we didn't get it too bad here. We looked for it because we were going to leave earlier, and then of course we didn't want to leave in the middle of all of the monsoon that was going on.
He said it stalled in the mountains of North Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia.
Yeah, it just kept dumping rain. Goodness. All right. So speaking of Smoky Mountain Bike Week, its last weekend is this weekend. So we went the first weekend, which is the lesser popular weekend, but we couldn't go this weekend. So we were up there last weekend, and so our series will be built around the first weekend of that. Myrtle Bike Week is actually going on also right now, and it's going to be ending this weekend as well. So those
that good
two
barbecue can eat itself because you're not there to eat it.
Yeah, those two going on at the same time, and a lot of vendors had to choose between Myrtle Beach and Smoky Mountain. And I tell you, Smoky Mountain Bike Week is going to be a big deal. It really was nice. It's their second year doing it. Our first time being there, and we really liked it. Even though we had rain, and there was few people because of the rain. But overall, we did a lot of riding while we were up there, and I think it's going to be nice. I think one of them is going to have to change their time because having two competing events that close together is not going to be good for attendance. I know last year we didn't go because we were going to Myrtle. This year we didn't go to Myrtle because we were going to Smoky Mountain Bike Week. So. And if I have my druthers between the two, I'll probably pick Smoky Mountain Bike Week again next year too. Even though
we didn't get a bit of fair shake.
They didn't have as good of barbecue as Myrtle Beach did.
Well, we can go into Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg to get good barbecue.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll try it.
But we didn't really do Smoky Mountain Bike Week. We did Smoky Mountains.
Yeah,
we did that area. We drove around Knoxville. We drove all around Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg and everywhere in between. But as far as the actual bike week stuff goes, it was pretty rained out.
Let's see. What's Mike say here?
Mike says a worker opened the floodgates to a dam because he panicked. That's what happened.
I heard the dam broke. Are you saying this is actually operator error?
Conspiracy.
Wow. Yeah, we were up. We were up by the Dragon. We drove on the Dragon when we were up there, and past that, there's Fontana Dam, and then there's another one, and both of those were fine, but people were definitely worried about it, especially after they heard of the one dam having an issue.
Diane's on.
Hey there.
I send all my prayers and best wishes to all those affected. I can't imagine what you're going through, and it's going to take years to recover. Hugs and love. Aww.
Yep. All right, so like I said, Smokeout is going to be the next video that comes out. And then, of course, we also have Smoky Mountain, which is going on this week. Myrtle we missed. Okay, let's see. What's the next rally? Biketoberfest is going to be the next rally. It is going on the 11th, so not this weekend, but next weekend, through the 15th down in Daytona, Florida. And then directly after that, of course, is going to be Biketoberfest. And we are going to Biketoberfest. So, matter of fact, we are taking a group of people from Atlanta and riding down to... no, that's not Daytona. That's Panama City.
Yeah, because
so
we're going to Daytona
for that.
next week. 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
2 weekends.
Yeah, so... yeah, there's no entourage for that. We're just going. But, yeah, I wanted to kind of talk about the riding in Daytona since it's coming up. And I haven't done one of these shows in almost a month now. So I thought we would do that, kind of talk about it. If anybody says anything, let me know that I need to know.
Yeah, Droop, well, so Diane was sending her best wishes to everybody, and Droop says, thanks. Yes, some of our main roads won't be repaired until mid-2025 or later.
Dude, that's bad.
I mean, you can still get around, but it's just going to take forever.
I heard today that FEMA's giving all of your money to illegal immigrants, so I don't know if that's true.
They're eating the dogs!
I've heard about them eating cats. I haven't heard about them eating dogs, like actual reports.
They're eating the pets! They're eating the pets! Your parakeet is in trouble!
Oh, goodness. All right, so let's talk about Daytona and the riding up there. So let me pop on over to where that is. Just a second, guys. Move some stuff around. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, they are. FEMA is allowed to give us 750, but billions are going to illegals.
Yeah.
You're only really 750. I guess so. My Aunt Mary lives in Florida. She lives in St. Pete Beach, Tampa area. Got hit really bad. And she lived in a mobile home park, right on a marina, so right by the water. And her entire mobile was completely destroyed. Yep. And I guess FEMA came through and says that she's eligible for up to $3,000.
Oh, that's good.
To replace all of her appliances.
Yeah, that's not going to really replace everything.
Yeah, no, I mean...
Are her walls still there?
Her walls are still there. They had to pull out all the flooring and dry it all, but there's still water coming up from the ground up through the mobile. So they have to replace it all, but... and then all of her appliances, all of them are shot. All of them. And they still don't have power. And... she's got sandbars all inside, so they have to buckets of sand in her living room and stuff. Now,
if y'all remember when we do St. Pete Bike Fest, which is in November, we stay at her parents have a place down there, and so we stay there. Is that place okay?
Yes. So yeah, my parents also live in the exact same marina in St. Pete Beach. They just live like a road and a half over. I want to say maybe like a 10-minute walk from my Aunt Mary's house is where my parents live, and their mobile took in about a foot of water, but the mobile itself was up like 3 steps it was elevated. So the actual mobile home did not sustain any water damage at all. There was just a foot of standing water in the lawn.
That's your mama's lawn. She's going to be upset.
Yeah, but my dad built this like Taj Mahal of sheds in the backyard. It's literally bigger than the entire double wide trailer. And anyway, she has a golf cart, and she put the golf cart in that shed, and so everything inside the shed I think is fine. My mom's water heater, everything seems to be fine. So my Aunt Mary is now staying in my mom's place while her place is being gutted.
Yeah, Mike's confirming the same thing about FEMA spending all the money on the illegal situation. I hope somebody says something about that other than just us, because that's not right. And I understand that, Harris was in charge of FEMA some way. I know she's border czar, but I think she's in charge of directing FEMA as well.
So how does an illegal immigrant get access to this stuff? How do they apply for this stuff?
Well, they don't apply for FEMA. FEMA is given to them because
how do they know that they're there? How does it get to them?
I'm sure there's somebody that you guys that are living through it right now. Let us know. How did you get approached for that?
But I mean, it's different if you're a disaster victim.
Well, one of the issues that we have, which came up in the vice president debate, is that a lot of the illegal immigrants now have temporary status granted to them when they haven't actually gone through the process yet. So that makes the Democrats calling them legal when they're technically not.
But my thing is even more remedial. Like somebody gets across the border.
Says they get a debit card.
They come up to freaking Springfield, Ohio, and they're staying with a friend or a family member or something like that. They're an undocumented, illegal person. How does the government know they're there? Do they go on a website and apply for all this crap?
They just go out there and go, you get a card, you get a card.
It's not like the doorbell's ringing and there's people at your front door going, hi, are there any illegals here? Because we have debit cards we'd like to give them.
I don't know. I don't know if they're doing it at the because a lot of them are in shelters, in refugee, what is it called? Sanctuary cities. So it could be that.
All right, Drew. Diane, lots of people are upset and talking about it. Droop, the borders are open right now, so when they come over illegally, they call or flag down police, and they are set up with everything and transported by bus to other states. Diane says, I live in Tucson. They have an app?
Well, that's because, they have a phone.
So, it's like a set me up for life app?
I don't know.
What?
Goodness.
Really? What's this app? Mike says, I was talking about the illegals. Yes, during Hurricane Katrina, they gave people debit cards. People were buying alcohol, cigarettes, and paying for hookers with their debit cards. Wow.
Well, it's so nice.
Priorities.
So nice of the prostitutes to take plastic.
First of all, if your shit just got totally drowned, you'd want to drink. Number two, you're probably really stressed out, so you're going to want to smoke. And, we all get lonely sometimes. So, these are all very important things, Mike. These are staples.
I don't know. I've never been in that situation. I remember when Katrina happened, it was a big deal because we got a lot of the people moved up to Atlanta. We also got a lot of the used cars that they tried to.
Oh yeah, Katrina
cars.
That's a thing.
Yeah, the drowned cars they tried to sell up here.
The Obamacare website cost more than Trump spent on the border wall. I heard. Wow.
Yep.
Diane says they are giving everything a phone and how to upload an app. Thanks to admin.
Yep. Goodness. All right, so let's talk about Daytona.
I guess there really is an app for that.
Yeah, really. The rides up in Daytona. Let me see if I can get this on the screen because it is not on the screen. The first one, to kind of move along here, is the Ormond Scenic Loop. Now, if you watch our video that we did from last Bike Week, because Daytona Biketoberfest Bike Week is going to be the same area, we did this loop then, and you can kind of see it in that episode. They also have photographers lined up all over the place, and so I'll show you here. This is where the photographers were when we're there. So if you are out riding the loop, somebody's going to take your picture. Matter of fact, I think that's on the thumbnail of...
Not distracting at all when you're trying not to die.
Yeah, that's on the thumbnail of our episode. So you could kind of see that. But
did you see our pictures?
Yeah.
Why you didn't share them with me?
I probably did. They're actually in the episode.
You didn't share them with me. You were going to share them with the public before you shared them with your own riding partners.
I probably shared them with you. The Smoky Mountain ones I haven't shared with you.
What do you mean you probably shared them?
I
probably just didn't remember?
It's been a while.
You're going to say that I didn't remember?
All right, but so that's where the you have to kind of pay. Now they can move around, but that's where they were for us. And those are spots. Those are not individual photographers. Some of them have more than one photographer there. So, but that is a 35-mile loop. It goes through. You take A1A north towards North Peninsula State Park. And then you take Highbridge Road, which will be to the left, and then another left on Walter Boardman. And then you go south on Old Dixie Highway. We stopped there because there was like a marsh on the left that was pretty cool. And some people shoot down to Pine Tree Drive and then back. It's just they go down the road and then turn around and come back. And then they go south again on North Beach Street. But this is something that I think we will do every time that we go down there.
When you were talking about, you shared those pictures with me. Were you talking about from Daytona?
Correct.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dragon.
No, I'm not talking about that one yet at all.
Well, then, yes, you did show them.
See? All right. The next ride is Ponce Inlet Ride, and that is that goes from the world's most famous beach sign. If you've been down there, you probably know where that is. All the way down to Florida's tallest lighthouse. And they say it's a 24-mile loop that goes along the coastline. So you kind of start at that sign. And actually, last time I heard that sign was under repair. But they kind of start at that sign, and then you go south down Atlantic Avenue. Then you take Lighthouse Drive after you hit Lighthouse Point Park. And then you take South Peninsula Drive to Marcel Avenue. That's where the actual lighthouse is. And then you cut over, you go back to Atlantic Avenue, start going north. And then there's lots of other things to stop and do along the way. But those are the main parts that you kind of stop in. So that's another ride. And that was another one that's fairly short. It says it's, 45 minutes to do that one. And then let's see what number 3 is. Number 3 is National Seashore Ride. And that one's a little longer. That one's an hour long. And it starts in the marshes of Spruce Creek Preserve. You can actually see Ponce Inlet Lighthouse from there in the distance. And then you basically ride the beach side along Flagler Avenue and make your way south, Atlantic Avenue. You go to Turtle Mound Road, and then you just continue driving south along the coast. Again, there's lots of riding down there as well. Then there's Old City Ride, which goes from Main Street along the Halifax River. It actually includes some of the Ormond Loop, and you go up to St. Augustine and back. So that's Main Street to Riverside Drive, which turns into North Beach Street, to Old Dixie Highway, to Walter Boardman. This is going the opposite way on the loop. And that turns into John Anderson Highway, and then to Moody Boulevard to A1A North. You go into Augusta from there. Or St. Augustine, Augusta's Georgia. Don't go to Augusta. And then you turn around and take A1A South after that and come back down to Sunsplash Park. So that is Old City Ride, and I got one more for Daytona. And that is Wings of West Ride. Now, this is different. This is not a scenic coastal ride the way that these other ones are. This is for selfie photos. So there's 6 different stops, and each one has a place that you can't see me. Each one has a place that has wings painted somewhere that you pose in front of to take your picture.
Cool.
The first one is called DeLand Wings, which I'd never know how to pronounce that town. and it looks like angel wings. Then there's biplane wings, peacock wings, fairy wings, scrub jay wings. I don't know what that is, and then kite wings. So those are all the places. You can kind of see them numbered there. If you look up Wings of West ride, you should be able to find it on the Googles and kind of see what all of that is. I haven't ridden it, but I know it's not known for its spectacular scenery, which is what the rest of it is. Good riding because of curvy roads and what you drive by. This is literally the stops that you're going to, which is a little different. Anybody saying anything?
Mike said, well, Diane says she never gets to go to any biker events in this neck of the woods that you're talking about. She says it's probably not gonna happen in this lifetime. She's too old, and her partner died last year from fentanyl after being released from the hospital with only 3 days worth of meds after being on it for 6 weeks at very high doses. That's really sad, Diane. And then Mike just says she's driving in Florida traffic. You sit at the same red light for 3 cycles.
Now, in Georgia, I don't know about Florida, but in Georgia, it is legal on a motorcycle if you're stopped at a light and that usually it's either weight or magnets for the road that changes the light. If your motorcycle doesn't turn that, it is legal for you to go through it. I don't know about other states. Let me know. You guys are in different states. Let me know what that law is where you, if you have that law, if you've ever heard of that law before. But in Georgia, I know they passed it, I guess about a decade ago. So it's been within my lifetime that they changed that law to where motorcycles can go through it. We still can't do lane filtering, but if for some reason we're not turning the light, we're allowed to go. I don't know what would happen.
What's lane filtering?
Lane filtering is when you're in traffic and the motorcycle does lane splitting all the way up to the front so that they're not in the middle of all the cars.
Okay.
I'm going to do an episode on that and lane splitting because they're actually two different things at one point. But that's what that is. Lane filtering is if you come up in traffic, you can go through the traffic to get to the front because it's more dangerous for a motorcycle to be in between cars than it is at the front of the pack. All right, so, and then after that, we have Thunder Beach. Now, we're going to be at Biketoberfest. We're also going to be at Thunder Beach. Now, Thunder Beach is the weekend of the 23rd through the 27th. It's the same weekend. Bama Bike Fest is going on again that same weekend. I will be going to Thunder Beach. That's the one that we're leading the ride from Atlanta to Panama City Beach on Friday the 25th. We're also, a bunch of us are getting an Airbnb while we're down there to kind of save on hotel costs and have a nicer place where the bikes are more protected. So if you are interested in being involved in that ride from Atlanta and then staying together in a house as opposed to a hotel, reach out to me and let me know because that window is closing. We have to book it, before it goes away. So, and I have the details as far as where we're going to meet and that sort of thing. So, if you are interested in riding with us from Atlanta down to Thunder Beach on Friday the 25th, reach out to me on any of our social medias, and I will give you the details as to how all of that is going. So once we get down there, Thunder Beach has some very specific hotspots. This is the map of the rally area. Now, one of the things that's good about Panama City Beach is they have this map. Not everyone does. Matter of fact, most of them don't. They used to have an app. Daytona used to have an app. I don't know if they still do that or not. It kind of tells you where everything is. But this is Panama City's Thunder Beach. And let me see if I can get rid of.
I think Diane says she's in Arizona. Is that right, Diane? She doesn't get to come all the way out this way to do all this stuff. So we need to start doing more things
in Arizona?
on the West Coast. So I don't know. Diane did not invite us out to Arizona, but we're gonna go stay at her house anyway. Just leave your address in the comments. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
So there's 7 different places that are considered hotspots in Thunder Beach. This is what the map looks like. You can find this readily available on their website. And those are the different places to go to there. Now, aside from that, The roads to ride down there are a little different as well. There's what they call beachfront cruise. Now, this is just riding up and down the main strip there. So you can go, from Panama City, and let's see, where is that at? It's from Helen Park down to St. Andrews. It's a long strip. It looks like it says here it's about 45 minutes long. You're going to ride that anyway. This is just riding it for a longer distance so that you can actually enjoy the ride itself. And then we have Lagoon Loop. This is a tour around the Grand Lagoon area. So you start your ride along Thomas Drive. You kind of circle the lagoon on North Lagoon Drive. And this area is supposed to be a little quieter than the rest of Panama City Beach. So I don't know if it is, but it says it's a little more serene, a little calmer than some of the other areas. So that would be the Lagoon Loop. And then there is the West End Loop. Now, the West End Loop starts at Pier Park. You go along Front Beach Road going west till you get to how do you pronounce this word? Carillon?
Carry on. It's carry on.
With the L's just start there?
Yeah.
Beach. And then you go into Camp Helen State Park and then back east along Panama City Beach Parkway. Now, some people, from what I've seen, run up to Boondocks. That's why you see that leg there. It's along North Arnold Road. I've never done that, but because it was mentioned, I put it on here anyway. So that's another ride that is there. A lot of the Panama City stuff is right there. All this. If you just run around on your own, you could probably do it. And then we have Defuniak. I don't know how to pronounce this either.
Where?
Springs Run.
Right is that in here?
It's right here.
Yeah. Defuniak. It looks like Defuniak.
It does.
It sounds ridiculously Polish.
It starts at Pier Park as well. And then you go to Highway 98. Then you go to 79 towards West Bay. Then you get on to 20 near Ebro. And then north on 81 at Bruce, Florida. And then you go west onto Rock Hill Road. North onto Highway 331. Highway 280 after that out of Defuniak, and then right on South 81. Now, I know I'm saying all this really fast. You can either rewind the replay and then watch it and write it down, or if you're interested in these things, reach out to me and I'll actually send it to you so that you can kind of know what that is. Let's see. And then there's Scenic Highway 30A. Now, this one, I take the longer version. It looks like I am breaking up again. I'm going to have to restart the camera. Can you guys see me fluid or am I choppy? Let me know and I'll adjust the camera accordingly. But the Scenic Highway 30A, I like to take it from Panama City Beach to Fort Walton Beach, which is a little long. You start on 30 West, which is Front Beach Road, going away from the pier towards the west until it dead ends into Highway 90, which is Panama City Beach Parkway, and then you go left on East County Highway 30A. And that's going to dead end again into Highway 98, and then I take it into Fort Walton Beach. Now, there is a concentrated area, which is what this map is up here in the corner. That is if you don't want to take the entire... I like to run the entire coast, so I take the longer. But if you do this other, then it's shorter. But that's only if you look at the map here. If I can get this going here. That is between those two red lines. So it's a lot shorter than the route that I normally take. But it evidently stands out as the highlight of that ride. All right. So that's what's going on there, and then so we're going to both of those, and then after that is the Lone Star Rally, which is in Galveston, Texas. That is the end of this month. Actually starts on Halloween, and then goes through the 3rd of November, and then after that there's St. Pete Bike Fest, which is what kind of ends the season. That is right before Thanksgiving. Down in the Tampa St. Pete area, and we'll be going to that one as well, and that will end out the year. That's all of the ones for
Then
for the year.
Town. Then Sarasota.
Yeah, then it starts all over again in January. So, anything going on there?
Diane's talking about how where she's at, it's 100 degrees. It's a cool day. It's fall there right now.
It's
only
100 degrees.
Right. And then Mike said, was it Mike? Yeah, Mike, who's in Michigan. Mike said it's 58 degrees there. I do not miss the Midwest winters. I don't.
I think in Georgia, our high was like 78 today. So it is getting cooler.
It was 84 on my way home.
Was it 84 on the way home? That's the weather this morning when I looked at it said the high was supposed to be like 79.
We're overachievers here in Georgia.
Yeah. But it is a little cooler in the mornings, of course, because the sun and whatnot. So, but it's still not cold enough to need a coat.
My office is freezing cold. I'm wearing a sweater and I have something underneath it because I'm always cold. Always.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Now would be a wonderful time for everybody to like, subscribe, and give this video a thumbs up.
Oh, thumbs up.
Tell us that you love us. We're greedy needy like that.
66 degrees in Saltville, Virginia. Okay, Mike, what are all the trophies for? These are all bike shows.
So glad you asked.
Yep. These are all from the different bike shows that Alchemy has been in. And some of them are not trophies. Some of them are plaques and whatnot, which you can't see as well. No, it's okay. I'm actually a bigger fan of the trophies because they stand up taller. But that's what all of those are. And then we have like this one, which is super.
This is a show and tell. We also have this.
I think we've done this before.
Probably. We have Evil Knievel here. Because we got pigs in the back.
Yeah, we got hogs.
Yeah, we got Wonderbeak.
Yep.
We got you and your daughter. Should I show them that?
No, that's all right.
Okay.
I think we've shared all of that stuff before. But that's what those are.
Check out this amazing trophy. I want to share with you guys this amazing trophy we got from a bike competition that we won.
That's the first one we won.
Now, I don't know if you can tell, this thing is not real metal or gold I don't even think it's plastic. Let's see. I don't know what it is. But there's
It's a major award.
It is a major award. There is a crooked sticker on it that says that we were the winner, so that's nice.
When you go to the bigger ones are from some of the
Dixie cup.
Some of the bigger
down.
rallies. The other ones are
they just put that
from the more local stuff. So yeah, that's what those are. One of the things that we do while we're out to help promote the channel is we enter bike shows and show off Alchemy and send everybody to us. Professional Monkey would be jealous of that trophy.
Yeah, well, Tiger says, do you have any participation trophies like Monkey does?
Yes, he's referring to it. Smokeout. We put a trophy, or they put a trophy on Monkey's bike because he didn't win anything. Of course, he didn't enter, I believe. But yeah, it was funny. It reminded me of the Wild one where they put a trophy that was stolen on Johnny's bike. Hey, I had that wind-up Evil Knievel. I had that when I was a kid. Wish I had it now, but I don't.
I'm surprised he doesn't have. He usually has everything he's ever had.
Yeah, my son actually gave me that Pop Funko.
The Evil Knievel?
Evil Knievel, yeah. All right, so let's get to our discussion today so we can let you guys kind of know what's going on with the recall. Harley-Davidson has initiated a recall on over 41,000 motorcycles. they're all from the 2024 model lineup. So if you have a 2024 motorcycle, listen up. It is an issue with the electrical system that could leave you stranded, or even worse, it could, if it fails while you're driving, it could cause problems that way as well. The root cause is in the voltage regulator output wire, which they are saying can rub against the crankcase in normal operations, and when it does that, the insulation can wear down, and then it can short out after the wire is exposed, causing a short circuit, which will give you a sudden loss of electrical power, which could lead to the motorcycle losing propulsion or control, significantly increasing the risk of crash. Now, my motorcycle is a 2014. I know they have a lot more electric garbage on it now than they did then, even though it's just 10 years. I don't even have the key fob that other people have. So I don't really know what kind of damage, as far as, driving down the road, if it's going to really be a bad thing or not. If I had an electrical problem, I would just ride without the lights until I could get home and fix it. But I don't have the new bikes. It may cause a problem with that. I don't know. So if you have one of those bikes and it could be cause for alarm, I'm not sure. Now, it actually applies to the Street Glide, the CVO Street Glide, the Road Glide, the CVO Road Glide, and the CVO Road Glide ST. Up on the screen, you'll see the VIN numbers that are involved in the recall. It's basically anything that was produced between October 2023 and July 2024. So if you have a bike, that model, and those VIN numbers, you are advised to go into your Harley dealership and let them fix it for free, of course. Now, for those of you that don't know, that is, as far as the lineup goes, that is 6 of their models, definitely. Now, there's also a trike that's a Road Glide, and it wasn't mentioned specifically in the recall, but if you have a Road Glide trike, I would check it out too, just to be safe. If they're going to pay for a repair, let them, right? So something to
you might not get your bike back this year, but
well, yeah, Lord knows that's true. It takes them forever. But it says that as far as steps and what to do, they are supposed to have notified you via postal mail, snail mail, if you were included. If you've moved, you may not get that letter. You can check the website. You can go to let's see, what's the name of the website here? I don't have the name of the website. If this is you and you need to know, reach out to me and I'll send you the link to the website because I don't have it here with me. But where you can check and see and make sure if you are in that, in what to do. Contact information, they have a 1-800 number that you can call, 1-800-258-2464. That's if you want to call Harley. And if you do so, tell them you're talking about recall number 0186. And then they'll know exactly what you're talking about. Here it is. It's the NHTSA website. And they actually have a different recall number, the NHTSA does, and that is 24V-530. They are...
Harley-Davidson also has safety. You put your VIN number in.
Okay.
Check. That's what it looks like. Whoop, hold on. Over this way. Whoa, what? So... what they're advising is you don't ride it because, if it fails while you're going down the road. I think that, if you know where the voltage regulator is and you can find this wire, you could probably fix it yourself. He says Amsel Adam has a video about working on it.
Yeah. You could probably fix it yourself. All they're doing is tying up that wire. That's it. So your recall is them putting another... restraint around where that wire is so that it doesn't touch. You could do that with a zip tie if you know where to do. And if Adam has the video, there you go. Amsel Adam's a good guy. He's another YouTuber if you don't know him. But it would, rather than having to wait on the Harley dealership, which I have had to do multiple times, I would try to fix it yourself if you can identify what the problem is. Now, speaking of that, Alchemy is once again gone to the shop, come back from the shop, not finished. They replaced all of the parts that were necessary to replace on the bike, but they didn't get the powder coating done correctly. They sent it off to be powder coated. I went in there to approve the color. It was wrong. So every bit of what they powder coated has to go back and get redone. The problem is, I think a lot of it can't be redone because it's a candy color over chrome. And I don't think they can strip that powder coat off and leave the chrome intact, which means Harley has to buy all new parts until they get it done correctly. Now, I told them, they don't listen to me, but I told them to do one part and let me look at it. Once he gets the color correct, he can do the rest of them. But that's not what they did. There will be an episode coming up about this whole thing because it's been since Leesburg, and I have tracked every bit of it. And the biggest headache is not the insurance company; it's the dealership. So what's going on?
Well, first, Mike was asking. So you built a custom bike show?
I did not build a custom bike show. I built a custom
show bike.
bike.
Sorry,
yes.
Dyslexic.
Yes.
You built a custom show bike.
Yeah,
You
Alchemy.
didn't build the bike.
Yeah, well, I
proper.
customized it. It's not. Yeah, I didn't build the bike like Pro Monkey builds bikes, but I did customize my bike. It's featured on the channel all the time. So it's the one that's copper, chrome, and black. So its name is Alchemy. So yeah.
Let's see. Mike also said Harley will fix your wire for free, but then charge you $150 for an oil change.
Sure, $150 would be a good deal. 3 oil is, I think they try to charge like $400 for it. I watch for specials. We have a Facebook group, and I tell people on the Facebook group because it's local. Whenever there's specials going on, and you can get a 3-hole change for like $100 if you're looking for it and they need money. So, matter of fact, that was going on just last month, I believe, at Tim's Harley-Davidson, which is just over the border in South Carolina.
Mike says it would be easier to fix it yourself than to spend half a day taking your bike to the dealer. I would wrap that wire with electrical tape first and then add a twist tie.
Yep. My thoughts were zip tie. Zip ties fix everything.
Zip ties is the new duct tape.
It is.
It is the new duct tape.
It is. So, yeah, dealing with the dealership is... Now, I've had an experience with my local where they were rude. We're the one that's closest to me. So I took it to a different dealership because Atlanta has several. These people are very nice, but just as incompetent. And by well, maybe it's not their fault. Maybe it's not incompetence. They are slow, and their communication is horrible. Every time I've talked to them, I have had to reach out to them, even if they're the ones that have the bike.
Maybe they're understaffed because they can't sell Harleys anymore.
All this stuff happened before the whole woke garbage.
Before you knew about the woke garbage.
Yeah. So.
But the employees, probably already knew, and they like Steven did.
Yeah, that's true. He did. But anyway, there'll be a whole episode coming up about that where I rant and rave, and that should be very entertaining. I've literally, every time I've had an interaction with them, I've recorded my reaction to whatever that was. And so that should be, I don't even looked at all the footage. That'll be an interesting episode because I blew my shit one day. If you remember that I had a short that I did where I complained about what was happening one specific day.
Yeah, you know what? Next time you should let me record you on the phone with them, doing your.
I did record me on the phone with them once.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but it was just me in the car.
Or we should do a dramatic reading of your emails.
Yeah, that we could do
because those are quite testy.
Would you like to see a dramatic reenaction by Biker Barbie?
I can do a killer reenactment.
Hey, Dean. Oh, you have a Buell.
Is red plastic. All of the black plastic was faded, so I shined it up with Armor All. Why not, man? How does a Buell ride? Have you ever ridden it? You haven't ridden
I
it.
have not.
I wonder how they ride. So, Mike, do you only have a Buell? Have you ever ridden a Harley? How do they compare while riding?
Buell is kind of sister to Harley.
Well, so they ride the same, you think?
No. I do not. But I don't know. I can't tell you how they ride. I've never been on one. I haven't been on a Ducati either. People talk about Ducatis all the time. I haven't been on one of those either.
Mike says, I got a while 10% off. Oh, I think he said, I got a whole 10% off ordering parts online and prepaying for my local mega dealer. They never call or email me when the parts come in. That sucks, man.
Yeah,
How hard is it to do that?
What happened to customer service?
Okay, so Mike, you said mega dealer, and you just reminded me, and we'll talk probably about it in the episode. We were at Smoky Mountain Bike Week, and there are pop-up Trump shops everywhere. Mega dealer, maybe thinking MAGA dealer. Anyway, I went from mega to MAGA. But there are Trump, like...
Stores.
Like literally Trump mega stores everywhere where you can get Trump merchandise. And it's just crazy. They're popping up everywhere.
I wonder if he gets paid for that.
I don't know.
Contribute,
I would think
donate
he has to,
or something.
Right? I don't know. Tiger says, I've never took my bike to the dealer for anything, but I have a used bike shop for tires, land a shifter issue.
Yeah, some people don't have Harley dealerships near them. When I was growing up, we did not. There's one in my hometown now, but there wasn't then. So a lot of people go to private places. And of course, we had our favorite. This was the person that was the best to work on the bike, that sort of thing. And if you remember when we were talking about Harley being woke, I told you about other independent shops in my area that I've used before. So, yeah, sometimes that's just the best thing to do because Harley, it seems like they feel entitled. Like, we'll work on your bike, but you have to wait because we're Harley. Yeah, whatever. Okay. I do most of my wrenching on my own.
So Mike says his Buell has a wide 33-inch seat, and I have a 29-inch inseam. Dean says all the talk right now with the 30 and under kids, the 2025 Buell Sportster S is huge in horsepower and torque. Torque, more torque, torque.
Yep. Dean, what do you ride?
And where are you at? Like, Dean, what part of the world are you at right now? They're putting up road signs with Trump's face profile in New York City. Oof.
That's not going to go over
what
well.
What a bittersweet tale that is, with him being the king of New York and then New York politics turning
on him. Yeah.
Business community. I don't think the people are turning on him. I think the people of New York still care, but I think the politics in New York isn't. All right, Tiger says, I have a Harley shop. I have a Harley shop, but they charge way too much. My guy is about half the cost. Well, yeah, then do that.
Yeah. The only issue that you might run into is the whole warranty thing. But a lot of times the dealership will tell you, you'll void your warranty, and you won't. So you have to look at what your warranty actually says. Usually if they are a professional that is certified, they'll still honor the warranty.
Dean drives a 2023 120th anniversary tri-glide.
Okay.
That's the red and the black, the one that's for the anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Homecoming one?
I don't think I've seen a trike in the anniversary.
It's a tri-glide, yeah.
I don't think I've seen that in the anniversary color scheme. Those were pretty.
He says in Riverside area. Riverside what? California?
I don't know. He didn't say.
Oh, look at that. That's on the screen.
Oh, you've got a Trump ad going. That's probably a Kamala Harris ad.
Probably.
I don't know.
No, it's...
Yeah, it is. I don't know about you guys. I have been bombarded with Kamala Harris ads on YouTube that it won't let me skip. It's the kind that you can't skip.
I can't skip any of these.
Super annoying.
California.
Yeah,
Riverside,
California.
No, I can't say it.
California. I got you. You guys can lane split out there.
You can, but you shouldn't because it's stupid. Don't do it.
I don't know. I haven't been in LA traffic on a motorcycle. Lived 8 miles from the oldest family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership in Michigan. Second-generation owner. They closed last December. The owner is now 94 years old. He had a huge
Right here in
building.
Riverside. Right here in River City. Sorry.
Just sold.
What?
Let's see. Building to a church.
8 miles from the oldest family-owned Harley dealership in Michigan. Second-generation owner. They closed last December. The owner is now 94 years old. He built a huge new building in 2002. Just sold the building to a church, and churches don't have to pay property taxes. Ha ha!
You know, we talked about this before when we were talking about the whole Harley woke thing. But there's a lot of family-owned dealerships that have gone out of business or sold to bigger ones, including the one in Daytona. It's now owned by Teddy.
Short man, lots of
But
spirit.
yeah. But I mean, I liked him. He's still an individual. But Bruce, who basically made the Daytona scene what it is as far as Harley-Davidson goes, doesn't own it anymore. But there's been a lot of ones that I've heard that have closed. They did a lot of things where they made it difficult for dealers, and including making it where you cannot sell parts in your e-commerce anymore across state lines, which is stupid because I used to get all of my stuff from places that were smart enough to lower the price.
Utah.
And now I can't. Utah was one of them.
Dean says that his Tri-Glide is as wide as a convertible Volkswagen, so he does not engage in the lane splitting.
That's true.
I just feel it's so dangerous. It's dangerous for the biker, you know? I mean, it's just so... All you would need is for some idiot to open up his car door to throw out his McDonald's or spit on the pavement, and you're done.
My understanding, and you can tell me if this is correct, my understanding is that there are very, very strict laws against cars interfering with lane splitting in California. So people won't do that because it is more strict on them than it is the motorcycle for them to interfere with that. Not many places have lane splitting. Now, what we've seen are crotch rockets that are sharing lanes with people going way too fast. That's kind of what she's referring to. I've never actually done lane splitting in California. But I'm not against it. I just don't know enough about it. I am against the crotch rocket going by me at 100 miles an hour in between cars.
So Mike brought up an interesting point, and I don't know if it's true or not, but it sounds like it could be true. He says they made lane splitting legal in California because Harleys were seizing from idling in hot traffic.
I've never heard that. I'm not calling you a liar, but I've never heard that.
It makes sense, though. Like, you might just be, like, making a joke, but it does sound... I mean, people talk about how atrocious the California
It's
traffic
during the
is.
AMF years, right?
Except that, you know, California is, like, 76 all the time. 76 degrees. So, I don't know.
Oh, their traffic is...
Of course, it's the Southern California.
People talk about Atlanta traffic being bad. LA traffic is bad.
I think it's worse, yeah. Let's see. California. Gene, you should move south. You should get out of there. What you doing?
Well, I was trying to see something. I guess I can't. All right. Well, that's all that I have for today's guys. Unless you have some questions about anything that we've discussed today, or anything else that you want to talk about. Again, you can always reach me in the comment section of any of the video episodes. We read all of those, and then of course we're on social media as Graybeard Biker everywhere. You're also welcome to follow Biker Barbie on TikTok. She doesn't do anything but TikTok, but she does TikTok.
Barely, sorry.
And she does the photos that are on our Patreon page. She does those exclusive photos that are there.
I do a lot of the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And
Dean says that it's true. However, it's the speed at which the guys lane split. It's legal, but peeps encourage or engorge.
I don't know.
Ignore it all the time. They don't think they engorge. If they're engorging all the time, let me know. Diane says we have lots of bike accidents. Nobody pays attention to them. My car is covered in what is that?
What? Seco? I don't know.
My local dealer did not have a raincoat. I bought one mail order from Wisconsin for 8% off or 10%.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Yeah, when I was customizing alchemy, I bought a lot of parts, and I bought none of them locally because some of the dealerships out west were a lot cheaper doing it over their e-commerce. And in the middle, right after I got done ordering my last thing, is when Harley shut all that down.
Yeah. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Spell check is in Italian. What? There are lane splitting laws. Like, you can't be going more than 15 miles per hour faster than the flow of traffic. Simple common sense.
It is common sense. That would make sense to me for sure.
Yeah, because all it's going to take is somebody that's not really from that area sitting in traffic and being like, oh man, I got to spit something out or whatever. You see people open their car door when they're sitting in traffic and spit or something gross, and all it's going to take, Or for the road rage. Just be like, this guy's coming up on me, I'm going to open my door and slow him down, and he hits it.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the disaster motorcycle videos that you see on the internet have to do with people lane splitting and getting hit. So,
yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
But I mean, I haven't. Like I said, I lane filtering I kind of understand. Lane splitting seems too risky to me.
So lane filtering.
Is risky too.
Is it? What did you say? That's just lane splitting up to the front.
That's when you're at a stop sign or stoplight, and you just move up to the front, in between the cars, so that you're not in between the cars where you can get hit and sandwiched. That is different than lane splitting.
My Yamaha has now killed 2 deer to a 50-mile-an-hour slide. It's black. I want to paint it Yamaha Racing Yellow, 1/4 with clear hardener and primer. Cost me $600.
I had a Honda Shadow back before I could afford to get a Harley, and I actually hit a deer and kept the bike upright, which is very, very rare. And the only reason I was able to do it is because I saw it coming, and I popped up the front wheel, and so my front wheel hit the deer basically here and ran up over their shoulder. But it wasn't skill. It's a miracle.
To hit who? Hit your passenger?
I had a deer. No, I hit a deer.
I thought you said hit the person.
No, I hit the deer here.
Oh, and the deer hit you.
Well, I hit the deer. The deer ran in front of me, and I hit it.
Okay.
Still, it still was the deer's fault. But
well, you hit the deer, and then the deer's body hit you.
Yeah, that's true. Mike is about lane splitting. Is it legal in the UK? I did not know that. I haven't even thought about them.
We have our own shit to deal with.
But yeah, I didn't think about whether it's legal other places. All I know is that California is really the only place that you can do it here. Filtering you can do some places, but lane splitting, I think California is the only place where that's legal. All right, if you haven't, please like and subscribe, all of that good stuff. Hit the thumbs up so the algorithm knows that motorcycle people like motorcycle content. That's what that does, by the way. The like button just tells YouTube what type of content you like. So please do that. It helps us out with the algorithms. Our channel has grown quite a bit faster in the last month than it has for the entire year before. So that's been nice. That's been good.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Mike says, did you hear about the biker who went off a cliff on the tail of the dragon? 2 days later, when rescuers found the body, a bear was guarding it and had eaten half of it.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, bro.
No.
It's a lot to unpack in that.
I've known a lot of stories about people going off the cliff to tail of the dragon, but never being eaten and then guarded as food.
We were just on the dragon this weekend.
Yep.
I'm glad I did not know about all of this until right now.
Guys, I've recorded the entire length of the Dragon for people that want to be able to see what all the turns are and whatnot. So that will be in that series that's coming up. Japan has it. That's lane splitting. Japan has a very big population control issue, so that does not surprise me at all.
Mike took a 50-mile-an-hour slide in a 2019 this July. I was the deer standing in the brush and slowed down, and then he jumped out in front of me. I did not go down either. Good job. Way to stand too.
In Georgia, it's not just different parts of the country, but in Georgia, we have a white-tailed deer population issue. Yeah. It's one of the reasons why they've actually added hunting days is to try to kind of control that deer population, because they will jump out in front of you in a heartbeat. And they're not. A lot of them aren't scared of vehicles at all anymore, because it's kind of grown up around them. You can find deer in subdivisions.
Yeah, put a cob of corn out in your backyard, you'll get a deer.
All right, guys. I think I'm gonna close her down here. I just wanted to reach out because I haven't done a live show in a while. And so I wanted to kind of talk to you guys and see what was going on with everyone. Let you know the events that we are going to be at for the remainder of the year. Again, to kind of recap, we're going to be going to Biketoberfest in Daytona, Thunder Beach in Panama City, and then we're going to be going to St. Pete Bike Fest in the St. Pete/Tampa area in Florida in November. So that will be the rest of the rally season for this year for us. And then we get to plan all of next year.
Hey, so Scott Lynn just joined us. Hi, Scott. You caught it in the tail end here.
He may have been on there just being silent. You don't know. Here.
I hate this program. Hold on. Let me write hi, Scott. Hi, Scott.
You can just tell him.
I wrote who, Scott. I cannot type. My keyboard doesn't light up, so I'm just hitting buttons, and so I'm sorry there's so many typos, and I have terrible eyes. Scott says, a deer hit me, and the bike went...
Well.
Yes, God? Anyway, a deer hit me, and the bike went down, totaled my bike. Just got a settlement check, and looking for a newer Harley now. Now, if you just joined us, Scott, be really careful with the 2024s right now.
Yeah, well, I don't think Harley would sell them one that's been recalled without fixing it.
Right now, they'll sell you anything.
What models are you looking at? Let us know that. Let us know which ones you're looking at, and where are you located. What part of the country, or if you're even in this country. We have people from all over. So. Thanks, Dean.
Ooh, he's looking for a street glide.
Nice.
Hello, Spawn.
Yeah.
It's not working right now. It's
yeah, Mike, I got you.
Ohio.
All right, cool. Yeah, I saw a video just this morning. I can't remember what platform it was on, but someone lost their handlebars while driving. How does that happen? It was a short video, so I didn't get the reason why that happened, but he literally just lost his handlebars. Can you imagine?
When they fall off.
Can you imagine just going down the road and that's like Benny Hill. I had the lighted ones.
My letters. I know.
Yeah, if you're looking, Scott, at the 2024 Road Glide, that's what is involved in the recall. So a dealership will probably make sure that that's taken care of. But if you get it private, it's something you want to look at for sure.
Do you know how many miles are on Alchemy?
No, not recently.
It's like you don't even care about her.
I'd have to look. We ride her a lot, so I don't know. Spell check is a tired blonde. That's you.
Yeah, they said that Dean's making fun of me because I can't spell for anything. And he said that my spell check's in Italian. And I was like, no, my spell check is entire blonde with bad eyesight.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to shut her down. I appreciate you you checking us out. And appreciate you subscribing to the channel, all that good stuff. And we will talk with you all again next go around. And if you are interested in meeting up at any of the rallies that we're going to, just shoot me a message on any of the social media. Or sometimes people just run into us there. We had people run into us at Smoky Mountain. That's perfectly fine too. If you see us, stop us, say hi.
Yes, come up and say hi and introduce yourselves, and hopefully we'll remember you, and we'll be able to chat and have a good time. Even if we don't remember you, we will chat and have a great time.
Yep. Thanks, Tiger. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Good night.
See ya.